My name is Lutz van Dijk. I was born 61 years ago in Berlin, Germany, at the time West Berlin. I respect that the younger generation now even created more diversity within the sexual minorities. When I was young, it was quite revolutionary to call ourselves gay or lesbian. Now we have lesbian, gay, transgender, intersex, queer, and other abbreviations, which abbreviated with the first capital letter. And I want to say to you what I like about it, what I find difficult about it. I like about it that there is more sensitivity, more understanding now that sexuality is, as Sigmund Freud taught us more than 100 years ago, is something which is not fixed. It's not one point thing. It's not one topic thing. It's fluent. It's something where people have maybe parts of a certain sexuality is their main identity, but they are close to something else. Using woman clothes as a man, for example, or the other way around. I have a friend who normally greets audiences now, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. And I think that's quite a clever greeting to be respectful. And it's good that we have now an understanding, still on the positive side, about being transgender. That was something when I was young, it was still totally ignored. And we know that it's not a very small number of young people who suffer from ignorance towards this issue, or babies who are born intersex, where medical experiments or medical surgery is done to push them in the one or other direction of a sex, instead of allowing them to grow up and become teenagers and decide for themselves. So this is an understanding which is very, very important. On the other hand, yes, it's more difficult because it's also creating a distance towards majorities who, honestly, and this also is true to some of my friends, who don't follow the discussion all the time and who say, Jesus, what is this new letter meaning now? But that's fine. I think we all have to learn. As much as it is important to know what the abbreviation means, but this is a matter of a few minutes to Google or to find out what it means, it is not always a good starting point for a lesson or for a school situation. The crucial thing is to understand what pain is done if you discriminate. And I normally, and this is also what we learn from international experiences, is the strongest you can achieve is to give a relationship and understanding to all learners how painful discrimination is. And almost every person in his or her life have an experience where he or she, or everything in between, were excluded, were not respected. And if that is a starting experience, I think it's a good way to make young people and older people to understand that it's painful to discriminate whatever word you use.